This is looking very bad for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is breaking down and is getting rejected. On top of that, after every Fed Jerome Powell speech, we've always seen a pump and then a dump. So we are going to need to be talking about that exactly. What will be happening next for Bitcoin? How am I going to be trading this? And what is going to be my approach? What will happen next with Ethereum? And many more things we need to discuss. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in a shorter time frame, yes, Bitcoin has been breaking back to the downside after seeing this liquidity grab at the top side of that range. Like we have been talking about in this video here, 9 days ago, I have been saying this is looking like a liquidity grab at the top side and this is looking dangerous. Bitcoin has been breaking back to the downside. We've been getting the Fed Jerome Powell meeting, and because of that, Bitcoin has been breaking actually back to the upside again. But many people seem to have forgotten about this fact that we are having this massive level of support being tested as resistance right now, and we're breaking to the downside. So this is looking rather a little bit more bearish. I just want to be talking about this fact because yes, also after every Fed Jerome Powell speech, during the Jackson Hole event, we've always seen a pump and then we have seen a dump to the downside before then had it even higher. And this is exactly what I think will be the most likely scenario for Bitcoin. Like I've talked about in this video over here, I've been saying it's going to be very likely to see a push to the upside and then a dump back to the downside after the Fed Jerome Powell speech. Now this would be perfectly confluencing with the fact that we're still going to be seeing a liquidity grab down below our previous lows, which we can always be seeing for Bitcoin. Always whenever Bitcoin initiates higher, well, first we are seeing a liquidity grab below the previous lows and then see a move back to the upside. Bitcoin always grabs that liquidity to the downside and then moves to the upside. So right now, if we're going to be seeing that liquidity grab, that would mean 110k, 111k to about the 108k Bitcoin price, and that is going to be the level where I would put my buy orders. However, anyways, I definitely do not want to get too bearish. Yes, we can be seeing this screenshot as well right over here. After every Fed Jerome Powell meeting, we've been going to the downside again, been creating a bullish divergence, and then we have been reversing back to the upside. So this would be perfectly confluencing with our theory that we could still see this liquidity grab below and then move to the downside. However, I do not want to get overly bearish just yet because the markets still, quite frankly, are looking pretty bullish. We are still trading above this level of support, above the Bitcoin EMA ribbons. So that is going to be one fact you will need to keep in mind. I'm definitely not going to be shorting the current Bitcoin price action at all. I'm rather still going to be remaining to be bullish positioned in the market, like you can see with all of my long positions currently open. I'm not going to be taking any profits, not going to be shorting at all. I would just be saying that if indeed we will be coming lower and we will be playing out this trap over here, well, I'm just going to be buying even more, and I think it will be the perfect opportunity to be buying again in the market. That is one thing that I will say. However, we are still trading in the weekend. Keep that one in mind. So this trap could be playing out potentially by tomorrow whenever we're going to be entering a new week again. This would also perfectly confluence with our seasonality. More about that exactly a bit later. But yeah, I want you to keep in mind that maybe for that shorter time frame, it is looking like this trap could be playing out, but for that longer time frame, I'm still incredibly bullish. In a medium time frame, right? I still do think we're going to be seeing new higher highs getting created, new all-time highs getting created. So please do not get me wrong. I'm still extremely bullish. I'm still sitting in these long positions, multi-million US dollar long positions, and I'm still incredibly bullish. The funding rates are still trading low. We can still be seeing that the global liquidity is moving to the upside. The general direction in the market is to the upside. We're still creating higher highs, higher lows, and I think this is just going to be another higher low until then reversing back to the upside and catching up with the global liquidity. Now, important to mention about the global liquidity, well, in that imminent short term, we can actually see that it's breaking this bit of a downtrend So that could be possibly very good for the longer time frame for Bitcoin if we indeed break this downtrend and push even higher for the global liquidity. Also in that longer time frame, we are getting a multi-cycle, multi-year level of resistance breakout turning into support. So this is not the time to be turning bearish at all. Now, I do want to be saying that if we are going to be seeing that dump in the shorter time frame, possibly August is going to be closing off in the red, and that would be extremely bullish. It would be an extremely bullish setup because we've already seen 4 months closing in the green for Bitcoin, and closing 1 month in the red would definitely not be that bearish. We're always just going to be seeing some breathers getting created. Always after 4 bullish months, we can be expecting 1 red month at the very least. I do not think it's going to be a significant red month, but just so the color will be red over here for the seasonality. And then September, I think, could be a very bullish month because everybody thinks that we're going to be dumping in September. I think we can be reaching the top side of the range again in September. I think maybe in the beginning we can be seeing this liquidity grab beginning of September, get everyone freaking out with this break to the downside, then push back to the upside, maybe see a dump to the downside again, and then closing off September extremely bullish with tagging that top side of the range again. So this would be the most likely scenario for me, in my opinion. I definitely want to be bullish still at this current moment. I see the general direction headed to the upside, and I see Bitcoin going much higher than the current prices. Like I've been explaining for many and many times, I'm still sitting in all of my long positions, and if you want to be updated about that exactly, make sure to join my free private Telegram group with the first link down below. Over here you will be getting all of my alpha in real time about all of my trades that I'm opening in real time, about what I'm thinking about the market, because over here this morning I've been making an extensive update video exactly talking about what I think will be happening next with the market. So make sure to join for a lot of additional crypto alpha and about my crypto trades. Anyways, talking about Ethereum, well, Ethereum is looking incredibly bullish at this moment, even though I think Bitcoin might be looking a little bit weaker and a little bit more bad. Well, I think Ethereum is still looking extremely and incredibly bullish. I think Ethereum will be breaking above these levels of all-time highs over here and will be outperforming the Bitcoin price greatly. Now, like you can be seeing, well, we have been retesting this previous resistance into support. That's been looking very good. We've been breaking this bull flag pattern out to the upside. We've been perfectly initiating that next leg to the upside, like we've been talking about after breaking this level of resistance. So everything is playing out perfectly for Ethereum. The V-shaped recovery is happening at this current moment, and ETH BTC is outperforming because we are having this level of resistance over here, the previous level of resistance where I've been talking about. I've been saying, oh, right now it's going to be turning into support. The next level is going to be the 0.04 level. We've been exactly tagging that level, and we have been breaking above it right now. So breaking above this important level of resistance again, the next level of resistance is going to be coming in at the 0.045 level, which is going to be another 12% up higher than the current prices. That means that Ethereum will be outperforming Bitcoin with about 12%. So Ethereum can easily be reaching new all-time highs, while Bitcoin is just going to be range trading over here. So I'm incredibly bullish on Ethereum. I'm incredibly bullish on altcoins in this current moment. This is the beginning of the end, like I've been talking about many times. For Bitcoin, I think the top is going to be reaching in fairly soon, much sooner than most people realize. But then for altcoins, I think we're going to be entering this euphoria phase, and the altcoins are going to be exploding. So we've been trading this current bull market absolutely perfectly. If you're going to be getting interested in trading yourself as well, make sure to check out that link down below, because you can claim a free 10k Ethereum trade by only depositing 10k US dollars with this link down below. Like you can see over here, depositing $100, you're going to be getting a free $100 Ethereum airdrop position. If you're depositing 6k, you're going to be getting a free 6k Ethereum position. Make sure to check it out with that link down below. Start trading over on Weeks, which is the best trading exchange right now out there. Anyways, yes, I do think we are reaching the beginning of the end part of the cycle. And I think the Bitcoin top is going to be coming in fairly soon and much quicker than most people realize. However, during this ending phase, I think we're going to be seeing an altcoin season, and a big altcoin season where altcoins are going to be exploding and Bitcoin is just going to be ranging over here. Yeah, we might be consolidating a bit, seeing that liquidity grab, but ultimately just going to be ranging inside of this range, and then altcoins are going to be exploding during that period. Like you can see, the Bitcoin dominance is already starting to break to the downside, exactly like we have been predicting at the exact tops. I have been the one saying every single time, accumulate now, prepare now for altcoin season, because it is going to be happening. Right now is going to be the time to prepare, and everybody has been hating on me for that. Everybody has been saying, no, altcoins are never gonna explode anymore. But well, guess what? Guess what is happening right now? I've been right. I'm making a lot of money right now, and all of these bears, well, they're just on the sidelines and losing out on a lot of money. So, I mean, I'm absolutely printing at this current moment. We are breaking to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance, and keep in mind, the target is all the way down below right here. So during this period, altcoins are still going to be extremely outperforming. Altcoins have a huge catching up to do, and I think we're going to be seeing this catch up move in about the next 1 or 2 months. It can be happening much quicker and much faster than most people anticipate and realize, because alt season has already been delayed by so much during this cycle. Last cycle it's been happening much quicker, much earlier during the cycle, and that has been the reason why this move was relatively slower. But right now this move will be much quicker because it has already been delayed by so much, in my opinion. Anyways, altcoins market cap, it is about to break out above this cup and handle pattern at this moment. Keep your eyes wide open on this one, because when and if it will break out above this level of resistance, the total tree will explode to $3 trillion. That is going to be my target, like I've been talking about many times. And if you want to be up to date about that, make sure to join my platinum group to stay absolutely printing, because I'm absolutely printing right now, and you will do too if you're going to be joining this group. Now, I want to be ending off this video on a bit more of a bearish note, because nobody is realizing this fact. And I'm never the one that wants to be bearish at all. If you have been following me for a longer time, you already know that I've been playing this bull market perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. I've been the biggest bull all throughout this bull market. On everything, I've been the biggest bull, and while everyone was bearish during every single dip, I've been the one that was bullish, the most bullish on crypto YouTube. And right now, I just want to be changing up my stance a little bit in the coming months. I want to be warning you already, because I personally think the signals will be there that in 2026, possibly, we're going to be seeing a recession. I'm not going to be calling it out yet, because I think it's still going to be too early to tell, but I want to be keeping you guys level-headed. I want to just tell you that the 4-year cycle, I think, will be ending, and I think the reason why it will be ending is going to be because of a recession, because macroeconomics are not looking that great at this moment. We are about to see interest rate cuts, and while everybody is getting euphoric and while everybody is getting extremely bullish on the rate cuts, and this will be causing that euphoria for our altcoins, well, during that period, during that euphoria, I want to be scaling out, because I think rate cuts into the current macroeconomic environment we're sitting at is going to be causing for a recession. Like we can be seeing right over here, interest rate cuts. We have entered a recession. Right over here, interest rate cuts, and we have entered a recession. Stock market has been decreasing massively to the downside. So again, whenever we're going to be seeing this recession cut, which we are basically going to be seeing in the coming few months, well then, in a few months' time, we're going to be probably entering this recession. Markets are going to be cooling off heavily, especially the stock market, especially Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices, and we can be seeing another very good dip in 2026. I want to be accumulating hard again in 2026, and then after that, the bull market will continue. So the cycle is just going to be repeating, in my opinion. I do think anytime soon, Bitcoin is going to be topping out, and then that will be a very good accumulation ranges for us. I do want you to understand that during this period, well, still, we first of all need to see euphoria. And during this euphoria, altcoins will be exploding. So many people will not realize this. Many people do not understand this. But these are just different time frames where I'm bullish on or bearish on. Hope you guys understand and hope you guys have learned something from this. And guys, make sure to be trading over on Weeks, because Weeks is currently the best trading exchange to be trading at with no KYC required, cheapest trading fees if you have a VIP level tier, and with my link down below you can be getting a 25% trading fee discount instantly already. So make sure to be checking that one out with that link down below. 30k deposit bonus and all of these deposit bonuses for an Ethereum position you can be claiming for free. And with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.